Hello, and welcome to the next session of The Worlds That Were. Um, right, let's jump in, shall we? Last week, or last time, whenever you last watched, the players managed to essentially secure the hangar itself, where they've been aiming to ship in reinforcements from the other prison spires, and have actually managed to do so, finally. And the first sort of wave of reinforcements have arrived, and they've already sent off another ship or two to go and start ferrying more. Um, as ever, I am joined by Ronan, who has apparently recently discovered that he has a face and he's now waving in front of it. Again, Adam is here playing himself and the camera.
Hello.
Tim is here once again playing as Lucien, the medic supreme. Jin
Hello.
is here, currently sat in the cockpit of a fighter interceptor, pointing his big
Hello.
ass terrifying guns at the narrow doorway. And Adam is still playing as the camera. Not that I just read the names off across the bottom of the screen, of course. Now, as we last left off, the old reinforcements were just becoming acquainted with their new environment. Some were making an effort to try to familiarize themselves with the las carbine weaponry that the Khiavar Guard have primarily been using against you to this point. In his defense, Callister, played by Ronan, last week, or last time, did at least attempt to familiarize himself with them by pointing them at the bad guys and hoping they went away.
I didn't hit very many times.
Depends if you count the floor as the enemy. So,
I have questions.
The very floor beneath our feet. It turns against us. Right. Anyway.
Okay.
So
Han and Kadera, for those of you who remember like 6 months ago when we introduced this character, he was one of the individuals who helped you secure the command control level of your actual original prison spire. He kind of walks over to who's nearby, to Lucien, who is currently still operating, I assume, the heavy stubber facing towards the doorway, and he kind of stands up and he leans against the makeshift barricade. You appear to have gained a somewhat brief respite from the attacks of your previous jailers. He kind of rocks up next to you and he's just like, "Okay, so fill me in. What's going on?"
Well, we have killed a shitload of people. We've secured, nominally secured, as in taken every room, killed or captured everybody on this floor, taken out some of the air defenses, which is what allowed you guys to get in here, and pretty much just sitting here killing people as they try to rush this hangar. Korax is somewhere around here doing whatever he does,
Who?
which is probably mostly like stealthy murdering people. Oh, he's the big guy that killed the warden at the top of the spire. Was he there for that? He was there for that.
He was. He just kind of gives you a blank expression.
Right. Anyway, moving on. And that's pretty much where we are right now. So we need more than just your group of guys, and then we need to take this spire in the next 11 hours, right? Something like that.
Seems very specific.
I don't know. You said something like there was 12 hours out or something stupid like that.
Yes, over the table, I did say that.
Oh, all right. In the next whatever amount of time, as soon as we can.
Okay, cool.
However, I need to go see about a canister and see if I can find some grenades. So if you'll excuse me.
He kind of looks at you and then he's like, right. Okay.
Do any of the dead guards have grenades on them?
Yes, most of them.
I'm taking grenades.
Yeah, everyone can refill up to at least 3 frag grenades if they so choose.
Oh no, I'm taking 6 for something that I want to do.
Oh no.
I already know what you want to do, and I already hate you for it.
So you remember that canister?
Yes, I remember the canister of horrible, horrible, horrible flesh disintegrating material.
Yes. So you see Lucien start walking over that way, and you hear him around the corner of his mouth, around the elo stick. They want to send flesh-eating drones at us? Okay, we'll play. They want to play? We'll play. So you see him walk over to the canister, and he's going to wheel the canister on its little car.
Okay.
And he would know the dispersal range if you blew that canister up, right?
Give me a demolitions check. Just a flat demolitions check.
Callister is going to very quietly and hopefully sneakily approach one of the
Really?
bodies with grenades.
Uh,
Oh
I
dear.
plan on erring on the side of caution anyway, so.
Okay. Air as you see fit, is all I can say, I suppose.
I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to suggest Nas get out of that hallway.
He proceeds to immediately get out of that hallway.
And I'm going to attempt to rig this with a grenade and such a way that I can tripwire it.
So you want to set up a tripwire trap where if anything comes through that way, they'll set it off.
Yes.
Right,
Unless,
okay.
is there like an actual thing here that like they can't see around? Like I could stick it in the corner over here and they wouldn't see it?
The doors completely recessed into the walls.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I figured.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody gonna stop Callister going over to one of the bodies and trying to grab grenades?
Jin?
I
would
from the
argue,
cockpit.
From the cockpit, you have a line of fire on all the bodies.
Uh-oh.
From the cockpit, I
Did you roll 2
activate the
66s?
comms. And
I did. I
tell
rolled
him.
3 60s in a row.
Oh, it's gonna be a good session, guys.
Activate comm and say,
Step away from the grenades if you know what's good
Callister,
for you.
give me a plus 40 awareness check.
really? Plus 40, eh?
Yeah.
Wonder how this is going.
Can I get a
I would
bonus
give you
instead of
a-
set up so many of those?
Fucking hell. I would say I would give you a plus 60 if it wasn't for all the voices inside your head. Okay, that's fine. So you do actually hear Jin's message. Do you still pick up grenades?
Callister looks around, like, wait, where's the thing coming? He's like, oh, right, I have and he backs
No,
away
you're not.
from
You're not so mentally deficient that you couldn't work out where the voice was coming from.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, he's gonna look around, not knowing where Jin is. And he's like, how can you see me?
Okay, just for the record, that awareness check was not that important. You do know where Jin is. You are aware he sat in that fighter with the big rotary cannons pointed in your general direction.
See, I was assuming that it was so that he knew where Jin was, but okay. And he looks over to the giant jet with the big spinny guns and the whatever, and Jin's behind the pilot seat. I'm assuming the cockpit is see-through, right?
Yeah, at least partially.
Callister has like.
I'm not even sure he closed it.
Oh, all right, right. Well, Callister has like a single grenade in his hand from where he was picking it up, and he looks up to Jin, and he's like, drops it, and slowly backs away with a smile on his.
Okay.
While
John,
Yes, Tim.
can I just use the fate point to make that a success as opposed to re-rolling it because I was stupid and wasn't really thinking about it?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I looked at the degrees of failure without looking at the actual number because
Yeah, no, that's.
I keep forgetting that this thing is done.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unless there's a reason I could have a plus 10 for some reason. I mean, this is like the 5th or 6th one of these I've done.
You've rigged up grenades before, but you've not rigged up grenades in a chain to then sequentially detonate a pressurized canister of what is essentially diet Lycaeus virus.
Sean.
But you can still have it. Yes, Ronan.
That's good to me.
The same mistakes I did.
It's okay. It's a diet Lycaeus virus, and he's not made it himself.
And we're 30-something meters away. We should be okay.
Keyword.
Should.
Good.
And then if I still got time, I want to look at one of those drone things. If there's any that are intact enough to look.
The bioshredder swarms.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there are.
Carefully look at one of them.
I mean, in terms of if there are any that are still intact, if memory serves, Rallis barbecued a few of them. So they're probably slightly more intact than the ones that were actually shot to pieces. Because like I said, they're only like the size of large wasps. So you can probably find one which is a bit scorched, but primarily intact, I suppose.
Didn't I think Nast punch a few?
I think he was like swatting them off himself.
Alright.
So what are you trying to do, Tim? Lucien?
I want to bring Rallis in on him and see if there's a way that we might be able to do something to disrupt them. Since I expect them to use more of them on us.
You're calling me predictable.
Earth.
Disruptive.
No, I'm just
in what kind of way?
like make it so that they will either stop attacking us, like stop following the controls of their owner, or that we can take control of them.
Okay. Rallis, you can give me a minus 40 tech use tech.
Minus 40. There is stuff I want to do before I help them as well, but I'll do this first just so it's done.
Okay.
I'll spend a fate point to make that a pass.
I really thought you wouldn't pass on a minus 40. That's fine. From what you can tell, none of the people that you were directly fighting were issuing any kind of control, like commands. So they must have been operating off either pre-programmed controls, or they would have been receiving direction from an exterior source. So you think if there's any kind of way that you can produce, well, first of all, if you can identify whatever kind of signal or frequency that they are receiving their commands on, you could then attempt to try to find a way to jam it. But you'd have to find a way to be able to do that. Am I deaf, or is just nobody?
Could
No.
I
Okay.
have no ideas on how to do that.
based
so.
on that logic, because I'm assuming the servitors might work in a similar fashion,
That is a logical deduction.
could
to make.
we potentially try and use the servitor station to hijack the signal or some crap like that? Like, the guy who was in charge of the servitors, I can't remember his name
Yes,
right now.
I don't remember his name either.
Could I discuss it with him and discuss the theory with him of would it work or not? Using the assumption that the less killer hornet metal things that are coming our way, the more the chance that he'll also survive alongside us.
It's a very compelling argument. Anyone who's listening into to this conversation will then start to hear what I can only really describe as a fusillade of technical jargon that I'm not going to repeat because I don't know a fusillade of technical jargon. You discuss the relative signal strength of the servitor stations because you know that they only control the servitors on this specific level. So you suspect that if you could make it work, it would only be effective on this floor. So it wouldn't affect them if you went anywhere else. Because I believe you still intend to assault the control levels on the upper spire.
Yes. Is there any grand control servitor station?
Is there a grand control server station?
Yeah, one that can like override all of our floors.
He doesn't know. That he's never been assigned to a said station. As far as he's aware, all the servitors are usually just slaves to like the local control networks.
Could I use a security check on the terminal to look for, like, I suppose an input signal that would come to this terminal to change its settings from somewhere else and backtrace it? By the way, just a preface, I know no technological stuff, I'm making all this shit up.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
It sounds good.
No.
Fake it till you make it.
Because
Exactly.
you've done security checks on these before, and it's very similar to a lot of the other systems you've interfaced with. They've been deliberately designed not to be externally influenceable for reasons and situations specifically like this one.
So
just in case someone does try to fuck with them. So every system is independently controlled and only operates on the level in which it's found. For example, if you remember way back down on the generator level, in the surgery suite, the controls there only directed them to go to the elevator, essentially.
Yeah.
At which point they would then essentially Bluetooth sync up with the local network and then be controlled by the slave station there.
So if we were to do this, we could work out a signal to override the drones on one level, and then hopefully if we access a drone control station on another level, replicate the situation and do it for that entire level.
Or you could keep those killer bugs on this level as a last line of defense or first line of defense for the upcoming troops.
Well, we don't actually have any working bugs on this level, so it'd be more we turn what they use against us back against them.
Ah.
Unless
So
I
there
end
a
up repairing
way
some or something.
to dismantle a comms unit to send the override signal through pulse technology such and such
So if
that
we
would interfere?
recalibrate it,
Yeah, pretty much.
if we recalibrate it and reverse the polarity, maybe we can confuse their operating system.
But more or less.
I mean,
yeah.
on the flip side, I do have a portable generator. We could just EMP them.
There is that.
If you wanted to do that, you could definitely try that. I've forgotten how that entire question started. So
Can we override the bugs?
You basically, from what you deduce, you would not be able to control. You said to control on a single level. It would only be able to control on the level that you were on at the time.
Yeah.
If you could work out how to do that on this floor, it might then make it easier to try to do it on a subsequent floor.
That's the plan, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Just replicate the same principle on every floor we need it on.
Okay.
So if is that with the I'm just referring to them as bugs now.
Yeah.
Is there any that are in a close enough to working state that we could probably lock it up but also reactivate it so that we can work over a
give me a
line?
-20 awareness check to see if you can find one.
Does the ship have any signal scanners I could utilize?
Can someone help me?
What? I don't know if I have the skills to help.
No, it wouldn't.
Can I
essentially what the ship has? It has communications, like actual flight controls.
Can I, because I'm in a cockpit higher up, can I see?
Are you kidding me?
Do an awareness check.
No, you're far too far away.
Okay.
These things are small. And they're in piles from where they were shot and destroyed.
Wow.
I'm loving the fact that we haven't had a single successful test yet.
Sean,
I know, right?
can someone help me do this search?
You could spend a fate point to pass.
Well,
that
if
last-
Sean lets someone help me, either of those will become a pass.
Let me check something quickly.
I also just want to preface that before we go into all this technical stuff, Rallis was getting the other guys to basically strip the dead bodies, so the guys who come across have armor to use when they get here. That like the ones who maybe don't have armor or need guns or something.
Oh, you mean your allies?
Yeah, the allies are stripping the dead guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
To fuel the allies coming.
I would have let Nast try to help you if he had awareness trained.
Damn.
But he doesn't.
Can I not use like Callister like a bloodhound?
He didn't say he was going to help.
He did query, could he?
No, I didn't.
I thought you
think
did.
I said I don't know if I have the skills to be able to,
Ah,
because I don't have the things you're looking for trained.
fair is.
You don't have awareness.
No, it's not trained.
Fair enough. There you go. Unfortunately, no.
Okay, I'll just tinker with a busted one and see if I can do it that way then.
Okay.
Although, if you're looking to hunt something down, I think I have survival trade.
No,
You
it
get
was
tracking under.
specifically digging through piles of dead mechanical bugs to try to find one that was more intact.
No, I can't. I can't
Yeah,
help
sorry.
about
You're not tracking a corpse.
it.
It's not very often a 7's a fail.
I know, right?
Oh, upon a second look, though, my survival was also not trained, so I couldn't help you with that either.
Callister, always useful. Okay, so no, you're digging around the piles of the drones. You can't seem to find an intact enough one. So you said you had stuff you wanted to do before you dealt with.
Yeah, it was literally just get the allies to start stripping the dead bodies to arm the people coming across if they need it.
Okay, cool.
I can do that.
Yeah,
Cool.
Callister can
Cool.
lead it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
No grenades.
We're not playing fetch today.
Just want to point out, there's also those two guys lying there with hell guns in heavy armor.
Yeah.
Remember those guys that almost one-shot Tim?
Oh, that's a point. Should we heavy armor Callister?
Yes.
Okay.
At least you'll have metal fists, better than your own.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
That's not... No.
Yes.
But would Jin want heavy armor at all?
I would love some heavy armor.
Because I don't mind not having it. So if you used to want to pick it up, you can go for it. So
Right.
Callister
What's
can punish
the-
harder.
Hold on a second though. As much as it would be cool for Jin to get it, Jin is also in an armored cockpit.
Yeah, true. True.
But
Nast
in
might be
all-
better
in all
off
fairness,
getting it.
Yeah,
he
Nast
also
get it.
can't take the cockpit with him, so...
True, but Nast is also the one with the shotgun standing by the doorway.
Very true.
Yeah,
That's
He
he
Callister.
is one.
Sebastian isn't here to advocate for himself.
True,
This
true.
is a very valid point. Does anybody else want it, or shall we give it to Nast? Going once,
Rylus doesn't want it.
Nice.
Yes.
going to Nast. Okay, right, Callister.
Yes.
AP6, every location.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna need that.
Well, it's better than what I have.
What do you have?
Did you have power armor?
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
like
never mind,
It's
it's
light
AP7.
power armor, isn't it?
Yeah, light power
I
I
armor.
thought it was only an
Together.
AP3, and I'm like, oh well.
Wait,
Like,
what?
no, wait,
What?
no, that's 7.
Why would power armor have AP?
Okay, Callister.
Yes.
Attached to the backpack power supply, you also have a Khiavar Mark Hellgun. It's not detachable.
It's not detachable.
Not with the tools you have available. At least not without severely damaging something.
Can I stow it?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a big Ghostbusters style metal ring on the side of the backpack you can clip it into.
All right. I don't have training for it, so I don't know how to use.
Nope, you do not.
Just like the other las weapons, which I could not hit.
This is also true that you could not use.
Great.
But you're in heavy armor now.
I am. Okay.
Yay!
What's
Can
the
you
weight
take
on
the
it?
backpack off for the, or is it attached?
Say again?
Is the Hellgun detachable?
No.
Like, not with the tools you have available at the time, no.
I take
Well-
it the Hellgun and backpack also have a weight attached. Should I just look up carapace armor and? Okay.
Sure.
Right, I'll deal with that. And
So
you
what
can
is the
continue.
stats for my plane?
Yes.
Ah, got it.
Hang on.
I shoot, it dies. Good enough for
Unless they somehow manage to get out of the way, basically, yes. This is designed to kind of go through vehicles and plated armor, not infantry.
Well, it'll go through infantry like hot butter.
Yes, that's kind of what I mean. It's like, if they get hit, they're gonna kind of not be there anymore, is basically what I'm getting at.
Awesome. Perfect.
However, if I can just find where I've put one of my feckin' rulebooks.
John, DMs.
Donkashane?
Sure, yes, let's do that.
I'll send you.
Cheers. There we go.
Cowabunga is?
Exactly. We are acquiring a stat line for your vehicle, if you just bear with me a moment. Does anybody else have anything they wish to do? Immediately. Nast is probably going to be stood behind the barricade in his new shiny armor, whipping the reinforcements into a bit of a further. You get a Vox communication come through from Lave, who's still stood in the security checkpoint station with his little ragtag squad of allies, and he says that there's no indication of the elevators moving anymore. You appear to have a bit of a break.
Do you think they gave up, or do you think they're regrouping? Calster asks over the thing.
I'm going to go with regrouping.
We don't have
I
more of those
concur.
bug things.
Nast, midway through his very inspiring speech, kind of turns to the rest of you and says, well, I mean, if you consider the fact that we know that they have reinforcements coming, it probably seems to them like it's more advantageous to hold the ground they have rather than try to retake what they've already lost. It's basically the GM saying they're not going to attack you anymore. You've killed too many of them.
Excellent.
So
anyone
the
here-
idea is,
No, go on.
what's our next idea then? Do we take the fight to
So
them?
I can hop in another transport and get more people.
I mean, there's already at least one more on the way.
Yeah. How many more guys do we have? We only had to transport 15 at a time.
This is technically true, but every time you bring someone over, you're more likely than not going to be able to find someone else who can transport another transport. It's very kind of an exponential thing. The more people you have, the more likely you are to be able to go and get more at once.
Exactly.
Good enough for me. I
Jin.
finally get hijack this thing, and I can't use it.
Hold that thought. Hold
You
that
can
thought.
still shoot Callister.
What?
Jin,
What?
Yes.
how comfortable would you be maybe shooting something from the outside of this place using that thing?
I'm pretty comfortable with it now that I have some time with it.
Because most towers and such like this
Oh, I see
probably
what
have backup plans if a window blows out.
Yeah.
So if you maybe go outside, shoot up the level we need a little bit just to thin the herd, and then
I like this.
systems kick in, we go up and take out what's left there. Is this a silly
Done.
idea?
No, this is perfectly logical. He didn't think about it.
Can anybody who is trained in logic make a plus 60 test for me?
Is that just me?
Yeah, it is.
Anybody else trained in logic?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, seems logical enough for me.
Okay. The both of you realise.
Target of 655.
Yeah, that was.
Did you had a 600?
I had 600. However, the second one is accurate.
66 degrees of success. I mean, either way, you rolled a 7 on your first one. You very distinctly remember you only went to the effort of disabling the close range and the air defense guns on the south and the west side.
Perfect.
Then we
I can
attack
clear
from
those
the
areas out.
That's still
Just
half. That's
go
still
from the
half the
side.
areas.
Yeah, but remember, it shoots through armor. This vehicles and this are probably made out of the exact same shit. So it will go through walls and people and things.
There is only one
And
major
if-
downside I can see here.
And if I hit it properly, I could take out the ammo dump on the opposite side.
I'm going to point out that we want those guns intact.
I'm more thinking
I'm
fly
just
up.
saying, stray shots happen. As a warning. But I can go up to
Should we
the
hold it as
south
a
and
backup
west
plan?
sides and take out the people on that side that clear out half the level.
I mean, the issue is if you shoot anything important on the control deck, we might not be able to, control anything.
Neither could they.
Ideally, we don't want them around to control anything.
Well, it's worth a shot.
I
What's the
wanna
worst
say
that
things-
could happen?
I want to say things, but Callister's not that smart.
After that bad idea has been planted, I'm going to go get a refuel on my flame tank. Using the
Yeah, that's
petrol
fine.
tank that I used
You're
last
on
time.
flight deck. There's plenty of processed and or unprocessed fuel you can find to refill your tank.
Sean, think you can give me the stat line for that?
Oh. No, because it's the one that you used on Forges of Mars.
Oh, really? Which one?
Yeah.
There's like 3.
The base one, I think. I'll find it.
There's Delaki, Lucius, and Voss.
It's one of those.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll find it. You know, that gun you're probably not going to use. Alright, got it, hang on. Sending you a screenshot now.
Yay.
Okay, so. Has anyone got any plans, or are you just going to kind of sit and wait for 11 hours before the bad guy reinforcements come and blow you up?
Yeah, that's the plan.
It is a plan. It's not a good one, but it's a plan.
Probably better than going up and shooting the place out.
Kind of
With-
want
with
to
a
wait a little
gunship.
bit just to get an extra, the extra reinforcements to show up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
So like when we have like maybe, well, if we can get another group with another pilot, we can get 2 pilots going. I'd like 4 extra groups to come with us, but that's up to the rest of you guys. You guys tell me what you would.
Well, it's probably safe to say that by the time you've actually formulated this plan and jigged up your war crime in a canister, at least one more group will have arrived by now and will be taking up positions on the barricade.
Well, since we've pretty much figured out that we're not going to get attacked by anyone, I'm going to disarm my war crime in a canister.
My God.
Okay, can you give me a demolitions minus 30 check?
To
Oh,
disarm
God.
it,
Yep, you failed.
I passed. I used a fate point.
Oh, that's right, you did. Yeah, no, then you're fine. Sorry. My bad. No, you're good.
Oof.
Like I'm sitting there like I did not just waste a fate point to have to do this.
No, you're
Lucian,
sorry. My bad. Forgot about that. You're good.
do you want to get the server towards there to carry it around for you?
Well, it's very heavy. You would have to it could, but it would go at like half speed. Or you could put it on the dolly and it could push.
It's up to Lucien.
Jin, roll a d10 for me. Just a flat d10. On a 10, you get a guy who knows how to fly in this last batch. Nope, so you still only have one functioning shuttle to go and get reinforcements. It'll take probably about 45 minutes to do... Well, actually, probably closer... yeah. Yeah, probably about 45 minutes to do like a relatively safe round trip to go back, load up, and then come back with reinforcements.
I can get a shit ton of people then. In that amount of time, if we have 11 hours, and if I spend 8 hours just flying back and forth, and then gather more
You
people.
could. I mean, in all
Oh.
fairness, yeah, you've got Jin as well, so Jin can probably fly, and then you've got the one pilot that you co-opted from the hangar deck, who's currently got the prisoners who came in the first batch with him. He was the guy who just finished that run. So with Jin going as well, you might be able to get a second ship going.
Well,
Depends on where he rolls.
one more run with 2 ships would make the 4 groups that Lucien wants.
Well, technically, Lucien just said he wants 4 groups to go up with you.
True.
You didn't necessarily say if you want to leave this place undefended, you know?
True.
So, Jin, are you going to try to do a run by yourself?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Give me a... aeronautics plus 10 check. Since you've seen the inside of them and you've operated one of these drop ships a little bit now, so you're a little bit more familiar with how it works. Just.
Success.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. So you hop into another dropship, and you head off and you go to pick up more reinforcements, and you'll be back in about 45 minutes. Have fun. Are you just gonna go back to your original spire, or are you gonna try to go somewhere else?
How many people did we have left at the original spire?
You never actually got an actual count.
Well, considering we have 50,
30.
30-ish, then I'll go back to the original spire, get a head count, and come back.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
how am I doing arming these people?
I mean, of the first group, they're probably all armed and armored now.
Okay.
There's not really enough to go around for the second bunch. At least not in a serviceable condition.
I hope that they don't ask me how the last guns or the last carbine, because
No,
I'm just gonna be like, hot stuff comes out of this end, and you press this button to make it fire. Other than that, I don't really know how to work it. And oh, there's no recoil at all. Weird, isn't it?
Right, so they try to kind of get to grips with what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go over my Hellgun though to see if I can draw any similarities to the last carbine. Like, is there that little switch that will make it go bigger, or if there's a where the ammunition seems to come from, or what? I'm just gonna go over it.
The one
Okay.
with the rifle shoots. The one without follows him. When the one with the rifle gets killed, the one who is following picks up the rifle and shoots.
I shoot Lucien. Someone take the heavy stubber.
Lucian shoots you back with a bigger gun.
Fuck.
You kind of look over the let's call it a hell gun, even though
Okay.
it's technically not what it's called.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that because I
That's
don't
fine.
have any.
No. So you look over the hell gun and you kind of compare it to one of the las carbines that one of the other guys is carrying. In terms of design, they look broadly similar. There's just a couple of small noticeable differences. The barrel itself is it seems thicker and a bit longer. And where a power pack would kind of slot in, that's where the sort of the thick cabling that links into the backpack is attached. Also, there is no slider. It looks like it's only got the one setting.
Okay. Lucian, you ever worked with things like these? I know you're a medic and everything, but you're talking about that big damn gun there.
Can I see if I can figure out how to use it with an intelligence test?
I mean, you can work out the basics of pointing at the bad guy and shoot, but what specifically are you trying to work out?
How to do that without taking a penalty?
I mean, if you had an extended period of time to maybe practice with it.
Yeah, okay. I don't think we have that.
You think Rallis knows more about it?
Maybe. He'd be one to ask.
See, I don't want to ask him any questions because he sort of creeps me out.
Yeah, the tentacle things will do that.
Yeah, they will. Little snake thing that comes out of his back. Ugh. Oh, let's go ask him. And Callister leaps over the barricade, and he's gonna go talk to Rallis, although he doesn't know where he is. Oh no, he's right at the barricade. There.
I think at this point, wouldn't that be up in the servitor bay, actually, messing with the Hornet?
Oh, okay.
Would
If
that
you were
be?
still planning on doing that, even though you're fairly confident you wouldn't be able to get anything out of it.
I was
It
just
really
going
depends.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
The plan was I was going to with the least intact one that I could find. I was going to sit with the servitor guy and basically compare it to the servitor hardware and how they receive their programming to see if there was
Okay.
any comparisons that could be used.
Okay.
If there wasn't, I was just going to be like, fuck it, can't be done.
Okay. Give me a -20 tech use test.
Oh shit, he did it.
Okay. Yeah, kind of very carefully taking this thing as much apart as you can without just destroying it outright. You kind of notice a couple of components that, while not exactly what you're used to, there is some similarities between machines you've tinkered with before in your career as a truck driver. So you have a vague idea about what you'd have to do with it. Like I said before, you'd need to find a way to determine which frequency they operate on, and with it being as fucked up as it is, you can't do that with this particular unit.
Right. That's the case then.
You would need to either
Get a live specimen or do it when there's some around.
more or less, yeah.
Right. I will inform the party of that and see if they want me to do that if we come across it. So when we're under the floor, get control of the servitor area. If the hornets come, bugs come, whatever they're called, I'll try and hack them as we fight them.
Okay. And as you say this, Callister walks into the room.
A wild Callister has appeared. Rallus, Machine Man, where are you? Oh,
Yeah?
I just I got some new toys, and maybe you want to look over them, give them a once over, make sure they're working properly, tell me how they operate, sort of thing, and if you can detach this thing from my back because it's heavy as shit.
I can have a look. Right. I'm not really trained in lasso weaponry or anything like that. Like the only
How's
thing
the last weapon?
Okay, the pew pews. I'm not trained in the pew pews. In my past, Sean, could I have potentially been around any cargo that was being handled that may have contained things like this, and I may have overheard stuff with my clues from the crowd skill? Well, talent.
Interesting use of said talent.
Explain to me how that one works exactly again.
Clues of the crowds. Basically, I think it's like a bonus to a scrutiny check if I'm
When like overhearing stuff.
when overhearing stuff from places. So it'd just be like, like maybe I was like making a weapons delivery, and they were all like looking over them. Maybe there was some soldiers training a couple of yards over, and
I'll be perfectly honest. Even you might have, but it's not going to give you any kind of indication on how to use them any better.
Would I? All right. Would I be able to look at it and at least try and do what he says, detach it from the backpack and stuff without damaging the armor? Is there tools in the servitor bay?
Like I've said 2 times before now, you haven't really got the relevant tools.
Callister doesn't know this.
Would there be tools in the downstairs area where the generator was? Where the servitor replacement parts were? Maybe some spare tools there?
I mean, there could be, hypothetically.
Listen, Ralph, if it's going to take too long, it's fine.
It probably for now it probably will take too long, to be honest with you. Once we're off a time scale, I'll take a look into it for you.
All right.
In the meantime, the battery pack should make sure the gun doesn't run out of ammo, for the most part. So try just to aim at someone and hope.
Hey, suppressing fire is the best sort of fire.
And if not, just continue doing punching them with the bigger fists.
Yes, I got that. Although, when they're in the armor, it doesn't really have as much impact. Really annoying.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wearing armor makes you kind of immune to just being
Punched.
Even if it is a really hard punch.
Guess I'm gonna have to upgrade one day. Alright.
Yes.
Today's the day. Let's fucking do this. When are we going? Wait, who's in charge?
What's going on?
Probably talk to Lucien. He seems to have his head on his shoulders the most.
Right, I'll let you go, you crazy mechanic thing.
Rude. Accurate, but rude.
Callister leaves and goes to Lucien.
Yeah.
Lucien, where are we going?
So is anybody actually wanting to do anything, or should I just time skip until we have like 4 or 5 squads of friendlies here?
I don't mind if I just want to RP.
I mean, if you have anything you want to RP, now would be a good time.
Just be saying,
This
Lucien,
is
when we're...
essentially the loading screen.
It's just me asking, Lucien, when are we
Guns, lots of guns.
Oh my god.
I'm going to take the phone call in the background as a sign that no one has anything else that they want to openly discuss. Has not outlined anything that he wishes to discuss with anybody. Technically. So, if no one has anything else they want to discuss, we shall just jump ahead. It'll probably take, if you want to wait... Okay, so if Lucien is suggesting that you go upstairs with at least 4, let's call them squads of friendlies.
Okay.
It'll probably take at least 2 hours just to ship that many people over. How many people would you want to stay behind to try to hold the checkpoint, if necessary? Or are you just going to basically get 4 and then rush upstairs?
What if we just got 3 initially and left 1 here to defend, and then as more come, like send them up kind of thing, so they come in as reinforcements rather than the initial force. I mean, we've only got 3 elevators.
If I knew that Nast or Sebastian was not going to show up later, then I would suggest leaving Nast here. I don't want to do that, because that would be mean.
You could
Maybe
come
don't
with,
show up.
There's no reason why you would dishonorably leave Nas behind.
Yeah. I'd wait until we get... If Lucien insists on keeping a base 4 to go storm, then I would suggest that we wait until we get 5 squads and leave 1 behind to guard
Okay.
with the trap that Lucien. But that's what Callister suggests.
Okay.
And then we've also got the 5 schmoes in the security checkpoint too.
yeah.
Yes, you do also have the 5 schmoes.
And does Corvus show up?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what you guys are doing before we talk about doing the time skip. So
Question, Sean.
Yes,
the elevators,
yes,
they've been coming down in squads of 10 to 20.
they have.
Would it be a good assumption to think like 20 was probably the most that could fit in the elevator, or like when we were in there earlier, how many people would I assume could fit in there? Because if depending on how many squads we're bringing, like will they all fit?
You probably wouldn't think you'd get any more than say 25 in at one time.
Right. And they said, was I right in remembering that the southern elevator was a cargo elevator? Am I right in
The
recalling
freight
that?
elevator, yeah.
Yeah. So is that bigger, or is that about the same size as well?
It is bigger. No, it's a bit bigger. It's probably about twice the size.
So you probably get 2 squads in there, 1 in each of the other sides.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, so forward work then. Yeah.
Okay.
Not including us.
Okay. So are you waiting? So just for clarity's sake, are you waiting for the 4 squads to show up, or are you going to wait for at least 5?
Do 2 more trips.
Okay.
So we get the batch of 2 that come with the most recent trip. Get another
Okay.
batch over. Therefore, we've got the 4 that was requested. And the
And two
leftovers can be defense / reinforcements.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you're doing 2 trips at about...
So it should take about another 45 minutes, you said, yeah?
That's per trip.
Would they not be happening at the same time?
Yeah, I know.
Give
but
or take.
If you're doing 2 runs, it's 45 minutes there and back ish, give or take, depending on how
Oh, I
long
thought it was the
takes.
full run was 45.
Yeah. No, it's 45 minutes to go there and come back.
Right, yeah.
But you got to remember, if you're doing 2 more trips, that's 2 sets of 45
Yeah,
for both of the drop
yeah.
ships. And it would probably actually take a little bit longer every subsequent time, just as they try to gather people up who are in any kind of combat ready state, So it would probably take, like I said, probably just over 2 hours to get the 2 trips completed. So if that's what you're doing, unless anybody wants to suggest otherwise.
Nope.
Going once, going twice, cool. So 2.5 hours is going to pass. Is there anything that anybody especially wants to do? Or is it just a case of you're just going to be holding the ground?
Gonna be holding the ground, albeit impatiently because Calster's.
We didn't
Okay.
see any more weapons or anything on any of the floors, did we?
In terms of what?
Just general armory style weapons. There was none on the other floors. It was just lockers and stuff, wasn't it?
That you've seen. No.
No, it was just personal lockers and stuff. Yeah. So we can't salvage any guns from anywhere. No, that's fine.
Afraid not. Okay. About... About an hour... About an hour and a half in. Rallis, would you still be in the servitor room?
If it's took us that long to still be tinkering, yes. If not, I probably would have went back to the hangar.
Right, okay. It probably wouldn't have taken you that entire time to figure out what you would have. It probably would have taken you 45 minutes to an hour, so you've probably been back a little while. Under Nast's suggestion, Kadara has been taking 2 or 3 people just out, just doing quick patrol runs around the entirety of the ring, and checking in the side chambers. He lingered a little bit on one of the latest trips, and when he comes back, he kind of makes a beeline straight for you, and he asks if you can join him in the flight control center.
Okay.
Because he's got something he wants you to have a look at.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Should I get my
So
flight
you
control
both-
buddy as well?
Sorry?
The flight control buddy that I made? It was helping us work out the flight
Oh,
control
you
stuff?
mean your servitor guy?
No, I made a friend, remember?
Oh, right, okay. There's flight control, and then there's hangar control. I think your buddy was hangar control.
The room to the right of where we are now.
Yes.
That was
flight
hangar control, yeah. Sorry.
Flight control is the bigger room around the elevator ring.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. So you're taking the guy with you?
No, if he's hand control, it's not important.
Yeah,
but
okay,
go
cool.
flight control.
So Kadara sort of drags. I'll take you over for reasons. There's him. Okay. So let's drag you over. So apologies for the camera. So Kadara kind of sorry guys. Kadara asks you to join him in the flight control room, and when you were last in, you'd kind of left the big hololith table showing an orbital view of Lycaeus. And you can see kind of sticking out the corner of the projection, you can see the larger kind of globe of Khiavar. And even closer now than before, you can see the little boxed and highlighted specks of the fleet. The forces from Khiavar, which are on the way to you.
Yep.
Are you trained in scrutiny? For a roll.
Scrutiny about 1 tick, so yes.
Right, okay.
Thank God.
Give me a plus 20 scrutiny test, just as you're walking towards the flight control station.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah, it's not very difficult to see that everything that's going on, as as tough as nails as this guy is, like you can, from what little you picked up in your relatively brief time on Lycaeus, you've heard stories about a lot of the prisoners here. You've heard a lot of stories about Callister, but everything you've seen in person is way worse.
Me?
Like, yes, remember that time you ate the guy, Ronan?
Yes.
Who could forget?
Yeah, and you've heard stories about Nast and Lave and their proto-revolutionary movement that they've been trying to get going both here and on Khiavar itself. You heard a couple of things about Kadara. He wasn't necessarily affiliated. He was kind of a gun for hire, but he had a reputation for being brutally effective. But as you're kind of walking towards the flight control station, he looks like he's taking an almost inordinate amount of care. And when you actually get to the flight control station itself, he kind of has a quick look around to make sure that in the last 5 minutes since he left the room, no one had like managed to sneak in or set up an ambush or anything. And you can see that he's terrified. Something about this whole situation is just rubbing him the wrong way. But he looks up at the hololith projection of the incoming fleet, and he kind of like points it out and he like looks to you and he says, Can you send them a signal or something saying that everything's cool? Or can you like send a virus and jam the flight controls or something just to stop them coming? It's like we've got, and he kind of like gestures around it. We've got all of this. It's like we're not doing anything with it. What do we do? What's going on?
Alright, I'll give him a good little pat on the shoulder for reassurance. Noticing he's twitching a bit, but
Okay. Give me a weapon skill tech.
a weapon skill.
You pat him too hard. Right, so go on.
It's true, I do. Nah, I give him a good pat on the shoulder and be like, with the room we've got now, I think we're a bit limited to just monitoring them. To what we heard, the main communications are actually held on the control tower itself, which is where we're aiming to take next. Am I correct there, Sean?
You are correct.
Yeah.
Madam.
If you bear with us just a little bit more patience, we'll be able to head up there, take out the control tower itself. We'll get the messages sent, tell them it's okay. If it's not okay, then this tower is armed and they'll not make it to us, so we'll be fine. Okay? Just a bit more patience and we'll get it all sorted for you. Well, for us.
He kind of wraps his fingers around like the collar of his commandeered combat vest, and he kind of like tilts his head sideways at you, and he like lets out a long sigh, and he's just like, I'm so out of my depth here. It's like I used to run drug runs around the lower city levels. This seems a bit, this is so far beyond me. It's like we're conquering the moon, we're fighting for our freedom, and I don't know what it is. There's this feeling like there's something I'm missing, you know, something big. There's something that should be obvious, but it's just always like, you know, when you have a memory and it's right on the edge of your brain, and you can't quite just remember it. You can't just grasp it, you know.
Does Valis have the same feeling?
Yes.
Right. Actually, I'm assuming this is about Kovacs himself.
You can make whatever assumptions
Yeah.
you like.
I know what you mean, Horn. I know there's something going on here that's benefiting us, but I can't quite put my finger on it either. I know one of the others might know what's going on, but I've been a bit busy, busy just putting my hands and pointing to the room, getting all this sorted out, basically.
He looks around the blue tinted room full of corpses, and he's like, "Yep."
Yep. And like all the other stuff that's basically, opening doors. Doors have been an important thing here. Yeah.
God damn it.
God fucking doors.
Doors. But don't worry. Tool we've got is the only things we've got to be worried about are the ones upstairs, but we're getting everyone sorted to make that go easy as possible. Hopefully we'll be done here, and you can go back to whatever you want to do after this once we're all free.
Again, he doesn't like look at you for this one, but he just kind of like hands on hips, sighs, and he's just like, "What do I want to do after this?"
I mean, you've been pretty handy with a gun. What about sticking with us and working with her?
He kind of pauses for a moment, and then he's just like, "Well, I mean, if nothing else, we'll just have to see what happens."
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of 180s, and he goes to like leave the room, but before he kind of passes you, he like rests a hand on your shoulder. He's obviously a few years older than you. Like, he's mid to late 20s. I can't remember how old Rallis is.
About 18 or something, I think.
Yeah, he's just like, "You know what? I don't know you very well, but I hope you don't get dead."
You and me both.
He walks out the room. Rallis, can you give me a -30 awareness check, please?
Uh-oh.
Visual or audio?
Visual.
Smell.
Yeah, both agree. I think that's smell. You can re-roll it to -10.
Jesus, dude.
Okay, carry on. So, if there's nothing else that is going to transpire, about 2 hours later, you have your requested reinforcements. You have the 6 squads. You have the 4 that you're going to be taking up with you. So, what's the plan? What are you? How are you hoping to manage this?
Can we get into the elevator shaft?
If you could find a way to jimmy the door open, it's possible, yeah.
So what I would like to do.
Oh no.
I love it when Tim has ideas. They never go horribly wrong for anyone except me.
I would like to set up a couple booby traps in the elevators and send them up in front of us while we climb up the shafts behind them.
Oh. Okay. I'm following.
Are you? Because I'm not.
I see what he wants to do. He's basically
Oh, okay.
Cool. What I think he's suggesting is he wants to send up the elevators empty, except with, let's say, some kind of trap or explosive inside.
Yes, not discount life eater virus.
Not the discount life eater virus. Okay, so that basically when it gets to the top, any guards waiting there will essentially, and then you guys can just climb out the shaft itself. I really hope you guys have all got the climb skill, because
I've got athletics.
Athletics, no climb anymore.
Oh, that's right, because reasons.
I have it.
I
Yay!
don't.
Can't wait for someone to fall down it and die.
That would be unfortunate. I'd be really sad if that happened. Yeah. But I mean, if you want to try doing that, you can. You have, a kind of a supply of grenades left. Rallis has discovered a small, a moderate source of, like I said before, refined and or unrefined promethium to use as flamer. So.
Oh boy.
So if you want to make use of that, you could do that.
Let's do it.
Leroy.
Thank you.
As someone that doesn't have athletics trained, I'm rethinking this, but I still like the concept.
It's a good concept. I like it.
All right, let's see. Let's at least start to see if I can actually rig these things up.
Okay. How big of an explosion do you want to set off?
Big enough that anybody who looks in the elevator and is in, like, all right, can you direct yourself to the right elevator, please?
I absolutely can. Just bear with me a sec while I go back to the relevant map. Okay, I am at the right elevator.
Okay. Something on the order of, it hits out to the hallway. And it does like
So
this.
basically, you want to like improv a big claymore.
Yeah,
shaped
actually, that
charge.
wouldn't be a bad thing. Claymore would be good. Do we have ball bearings or something similar?
Easy
You
enough.
you could probably find.
Whatever parts are like.
If you're feeling really ambitious, you could maybe disassemble some frag grenades and take the shrapnel out of those.
But
I mean,
I'm sure if you tried especially hard enough, you could find something to use as.
there are a couple storage rooms. There's got to be like
There would
something
be
in some of
a
them.
whole plethora of funky junk just lying about.
bits of bone.
No.
I mean,
I am
like
literally
forks would be good, knives, things like that.
Yes,
I
I do have seen Pirates of the
Tim.
Caribbean.
Tim.
Yeah, pretty much. You know where
I
I'm
am
going with
literally
this.
carrying assorted scraps.
He really is.
There we go. All right. Let's see if I can cobble this thing together. What do you want me to? How badly do you want to go with that?
Give me a. Jesus, what do I want? Just generally speaking, that's a big question. Demolitions at. I'll say it's flat to start with. Can anybody help you? Let me see if Nast can.
NAST has tech use.
It would be specifically demolitions on this one.
Oh yeah, because we didn't roll demolitions into tech use, did
No, we took it out because it made more sense.
As far
How
as
are we rolling that and it's not on the sheet?
I think there's the separate skills.
Yeah, on the bottom there's an other section, other skill section, so you just write it in there. That's where the
right.
tactics and stuff will go as well, since tactics isn't on the sheet either.
Yeah, because
Okay,
the sheet makes so much sense. Unfortunately, the only other skill that Nast has listed is Tactics Guerrilla.
That would work.
did he actually
what?
spell it right?
I honestly don't know.
Do you spell it Gorilla, or do you spell it with the UE?
Technically, neither.
Okay, then.
no.
He spelled it Gurillea.
God damn it, Sebastian.
Hey,
That's
English
funny.
isn't his first language. Be
No.
nice.
It's
And he
not.
does have all the right letters in there. They're
He
just not.
does.
It's in the wrong place. Oh. Oh my players.
Our favorite
I'm
thing.
so happy.
Our favorite thing.
I'm sure it's our only Dane.
Christian.
Well, he's not in this game.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
he's not.
Yeah, so as no one is able I can't really allow guerrilla tactics in this one for the test itself, so it'll just be a flat test. Okay. Yeah, you
Oh,
managed
shit.
to I suppose shamble together a makeshift claymore. You take some old like fuel jerry cans that would have been used to like refill the engines and stuff, and you manage to like I said, you kind of disassemble a couple of frag grenades and you take the I don't know what the explosive bit in a frag grenade is called.
Primer,
Let's go with that. So you take the primer.
essentially.
Sure. You take the boomy bit and you put it in the box. You also fill it with assorted scrap. So Rallis, take assorted scrap out of your inventory. You can keep the wire if you still have that. And that, I think you've got like a portable battery for some reason. But you managed to cobble together a couple of these makeshift claymore looking things. Are you just putting them in the top two?
Yeah, we're gonna send both of them together. I kind of want to. I'm kind of thinking that. I'm also kind of thinking maybe we send one up as a, like we send one up with it in it, and then use it as a decoy. Like send that one first, and then come up by the other one. But that really doesn't do us any good because it doesn't take out the people on both sides.
And
But
you're aware that Lave was able to track the elevators coming
yeah,
up and down from
which
the
means
security
that they
platform.
can do the same thing.
Yeah, it's logical to assume that they would have the same capability.
Yeah. So we'll just come up behind them.
Okay, so you set that up. While the elevator is there, you don't actually have access. Well, actually,
You can go out one side of it or something like that.
I'm just trying to think if there would be. Yeah, I'm assuming there would be some kind of hatch in the elevators themselves, just in case they broke down, you know? So there's the hatch in the
I
ceiling
like
if you want to
this.
check out the... Oh, are you thinking to maybe ride on top of it now?
I'm thinking we climb up before it, so that we're above it, and then we come down through that hatch after it goes off instead of trying to come up from below.
Right, okay.
Since
I feel like I've just remembered, and I feel like I should point this out. The spire is very tall.
Yeah, there's that.
since you're saying go above it, could we not just ride it up from the roof?
There's a numbers thing with that. And I'm making these things not powerful enough to hopefully not take out the elevators.
Oh, with your demolitions check there, I can tell you that these are not powerful enough to structurally destabilize the elevators themselves.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't the roof have the same, if not more, standing space than the inside of the elevator?
Arguably.
It's more dangerous.
If
Like-
you excluded the possibility of the mechanisms on top of the elevator itself.
Is it a cable-based elevator or like a rail-based on the side?
The size that it is, it would have to be cable based. You couldn't do a pneumatic. It's too big.
Yeah, it's
Right.
cable-based.
Okay, so probably cutting down from like 25 people in the elevator to like 15, 20 maybe.
Yeah, roundabout.
So us plus a squad.
Well, if we plus a squad go on the cargo elevator, and then we'll send up 2 squads on the side elevators.
On the left and right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's just a case of wait for the explosion, jump down. Albeit because we'll be dropping down from the roof one at a time, probably. It's kind of like they'd be able to reverse what we've just done on them. And just gun them down as we came through the roof patch.
Well, that's the entire point of the explosives is shock and awe.
Yeah.
If nothing else, it should disorient the ones that aren't killed outright.
We could always send you guys in the armor first.
Also a good point. And all it takes is one group getting through the elevator, and they can catch the other elevators in the flanks too.
Yeah.
So
Options are there.
Are
Okay.
there stairs?
No. Because Sean didn't map.
Hulk hates stairs.
Yeah. So, is this your plan?
I like it. Does everyone else like it? Let's get a consensus here, because I'm not a dictator or in
Sure.
charge, really.
Yeah.
Nast likes it.
I
Yeah.
don't mind having it.
Well, I say Nast likes it. Nast is perhaps a little bit apprehensive of the fact that you're saying the people in the heavier armor go first, which includes him now. But apart from that, he's fine with it. When you raise the logical argument that he also has a shotgun.
Yes.
It's true.
We have the punchy guy, the shotgun guy, and the heavy gun
medic.
guy. Yeah, the
The
medic.
punchy
Yeah,
guy.
which is not going to be very
with-
effective from coming out of an elevator, so I'm
Yeah.
going to go over to the pistols.
The punchy guy with a pew pew gun and a shock baton, which he still hasn't used.
Yes.
Just strap it to your wrist.
That's not how that works.
I'm joking.
I know.
And you
Okay,
start
so
using melee weapons eventually.
since we have finally managed to come up with a plan, it's only taken us just over an hour, we're going to take a quick break. And we'll be right back, and hopefully after that we can finally make some progress for the first time in about 6 months.
No.
I know, right? See you all soon. Bye-bye. Right, welcome back. Let's get this ball rolling. So I believe the plan is you are all going to deposit yourselves on top of one of the elevators. I believe yourselves and one squad of your allies are going to be positioning yourselves on top of the freight elevator, and the remaining two squads are going to position themselves on the left and right personnel elevator, one squad on each.
Yes.
Right, okay.
With the explosive surprises inside the elevator.
Right. There is only explosive surprises inside the personnel elevators at the minute. I don't know if you want to try to set some up for the freight elevator as well.
Can I make another
Might as
suicidal
well
servitor?
see where this goes.
Sorry, what was that?
Can I make another suicidal servitor? We've got one servitor left. I need to blow it up.
Was that a flat check?
That was a flat check.
Right, I believe I gave you a +10 on the last one, so I'll let you have that.
Okay.
You
Nothing like rolling one less than you needed to. Or one more.
That's why I'm being generous. Rallis, very similar to the issue with the swarms. While you might be able to program Servitor to get into the lift, as soon as you leave the area of influence of your floor,
It'll switch Wi-Fi network.
and it'll stop doing anything.
Yeah, my bad.
It's okay.
I'll shut up now.
Good thought.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's just it doesn't.
I know, I'm joking.
So, is everyone loaded up and ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. So you all position yourselves on top of the roof. One person kind of waits behind to actually, tell the elevator to go up. But once you're all in position, the one person, Nast in your guys' case, presses the control stud for the tippity top floor that they can get to, which isn't indicated as control. It's indicated as security. Just feel like I should express that now.
There isn't a floor as control?
Not that these elevators can access.
Alright, well, we'll start here and see if we can find someone that can tell us the right floor.
Okay, cool. So, yep. When you get the go-ahead, you all, as simultaneously as you can, press the control stud, and the elevators start to rise. You pull up Nast at the end, so you are all positioned fairly comfortably, or as comfortably as you can, on top of the elevator. Rallis, Han and Kadera is accompanying you guys, and on the back of the scrutiny test that you made before, and your general awareness that he's quite unsettled in the whole situation, you can see he's holding his commandeered Blaz carbine in his hands. He's not shaking exactly, but you can see his knuckles are going white, just as he sort of grabs onto this thing. He's trying to keep like a brave face on, because the squad that he's with are they're treating him as sort of an ad hoc sergeant, as it was. But you notice that while he's like paying attention to them, and whenever he notices that they're not looking, he kind of like either like looks down into the elevator itself at the explosive beneath him, or up at the, not quickly approaching, but like you can see the top ceiling of the elevator shaft just off in the distance, and he's kind of just like, right, that's still there. Explosive's still there. Cool. No, yeah, everything's fine. No, it's cool, guys. It's cool. Right, yeah, that's still there. Yeah, ceiling's still there. Cool. Yeah, no, yeah, everything's fine.
Right. Our little radio system, is it like a private network, or if I speak to the party, will it spread to the rest of the guys who are with us?
No, only you guys have access to that for the time being.
Right. I'm gonna just let them know over the radio what he's acting like, and keep an eye out for him in case he does something drastic. And then I'll kind of like, I'll take a stroll over to him and just be like, quietly, like, doing all right kind of thing.
He kind of like looks at you, and slightly louder than you would have expected, he just kind of goes, "Piss off!" But then, everyone kind of like, the squad behind him kind of start going, and start having a bit of a joke between themselves. But he like looks over his shoulder at them, and as soon as they're not looking, he kind of like looks back at you, and he just kind of nods, and he just kind of mouths, "Thank you."
give him a little thumbs up, and then point my flamethrower nozzle in the direction of the squad with holding the finger up.
They very quickly quiet down.
Cool.
Okay. Does anybody else want to discuss anything while you're having your leisurely ascension?
Well, just waiting. The hatch is closed, right? Because
Yes.
You
Just
know.
in case of like backdraft.
yeah, backblast is bad. I'm just gonna have one of the guys positioned to open the hatch, and since this is my harebrained idea, I'll be the one positioned to drop down into it with both pistols ready.
I like it. Very brave.
Alistair is fiddling with what he presumes is the safety toggle on the Helga.
Okay.
That's all he does.
That's fine. Rallis, you sit and you watch Callister fiddling with this toggle, and while he obviously thinks it's the safety, you realise it's just the off and on switch. So you suspect
It's safety enough. Safety enough.
Yeah, exactly. You suspect due to the sacred rite of turning it off and back on again, he is going to be carrying the most efficient gun in the entire army.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so it takes a fair few minutes. These elevators probably weren't the quickest in the best of times, but with the spire running on emergency power, because do you know what? Some Jacobies went down and they fucked with the generator. Who would do such a thing? It's running even slower essentially, but eventually you do kind of trundle up to the top, and with a kind of a resounding, you kind of stop at what you assume is like the top level. You still have like a solid 7 or 8 meters kind of above your head, between your head and the floor above. So it's not like it's a tight space, but you're set. You hear the door kind of slide open, and everyone hears what sounds like the sound of a quick prepared volley of fire. And as the door kind of comes to a halt, Lucius, the trigger that you set on your device is pulled loose from its casing, and it doesn't go off straight away. And you kind of like look between the assembled group, and your first thought is, "Oh fuck! Did I not wire that up right?" And then even before you get a chance to like say something, you hear the of your explosive going off. Can you roll?
We're on an express elevator to hell.
Can you roll 6 sets of 2d10 plus 5 for me, please? And off in the background, like through the walls behind you, you can hear the sound of as Lucien's other explosives cook off in the background.
Jesus.
That 8 is very disappointing.
It is.
It is very.
But you got a 21 and a 22.
Do you want me to do another 2 sets of 6 or?
Hang on, I'm just doing some quick maths. Yes, please.
Jesus.
That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Oh my god, that's a lot of numbers. I'm not going to ask you to confirm that Righteous Fury because it's technically not you. Or that one. Okay. Very nice. Right then. So you've heard the explosions go off. Let me just drag you to the appropriate floor. Okay. Is everybody loaded through? Tim, you'll have to drag yourself.
I'm over. Can you just drag us to where we are?
Yep, we'll do. So you jump down and you can see the scorch marks and the shrapnel and the gouges cut into the softer metal of the elevator floor itself. And you see an assembly of men before you. Some of them lying on the ground, others kind of like soot marked and splattered with blood. Some have like shrapnel embedded in their armor itself. Quite a few of them lying on the ground before you. Right, Lucien, you jumped down first. What do you want to do?
Shoot anybody still standing.
There are a few still standing. You have a variety of options.
Well, as much as jumping down with the heavy stubber would be fun,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
it's not necessarily practical type of thing.
You wouldn't really be able to fire that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna shoot with pain.
Okay.
What's the distance?
Short range.
One could hope. Is there any sort of other bonuses? Was it?
10 for size. Treating this essentially as a horde.
Really?
Do you want to fate point that?
Yeah, I'm gonna fate point that because this is a very bad situation to be in and missing things.
Okay,
Pain's an auto pistol, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Pain is an auto pistol with tearing, I believe.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Suffering is the one with crippling.
Yes. Well, better.
No, sorry, man.
With a shot.
Yeah. Okay. Who else has heavy armor? Callister, do you want to go next?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Woo! So I jumped down. How far am I away from them? I am within charging distance, but I'm not sure I want to do that considering that lots of other people are going to try and shoot. So I'm going to drop down, and I'm going to...
I think
Is
you'll
suppressing...
be...
Is suppressing fire a full action or a half action?
It's a full action.
Right, well, dropping down is probably a half action, right?
Dropping prone is a free action. Oh, you mean dropping down from the ceiling?
Yeah.
I would say it would take up like a meter of your actual movement, but then you could get the rest of a half action move to move around the elevator if you want from where you are.
All right.
But yes, it's a half action.
I'll go there. Is that... Which
That's
one's
behind the
covered?
wall, yeah.
Right. Is that still behind?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Then cover there.
If memory serves, you have grenades.
Nope, they didn't give me any.
God damn it, Jin. Stopping him taking grenades. I mean, what's the worst that could possibly happen?
I know, right?
On the flip side,
They
we did
aren't
then put you in charge
single.
of armory.
They aren't single people, so I'm gonna semi-auto into the horde. I guess the one to the right.
Sure, go for it.
Oh god, I'm not trained with this though. So this is gonna be like a...
Emphasize.
Throwing grenades after the explosives probably would have been a better idea than jumping right down.
I don't have grenade.
Hindsight's a bitch. Yeah, but you're not the only person. The rest of us have.
Mm-hmm. The rest of them have grenades. The problem with grenades is it's also a bit of a tricky proposition for someone with a relatively low ballistic skill. Oh my... How did you roll a -5?
I'm not trained with it.
Fair enough. You have a target of my... What's your ballistic skill?
25? I was only getting an ability to hit them in the other thing because I was in point blank range.
Firing untrained is only a -10, isn't it?
No, it's negative 20.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
There's two negative 20s I take there.
What's the second one?
The untrained bonus, and then there's the... Was I taking a negative 20 for no reason?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be negative 24 untrained, negative 10
10.
for full auto?
I
And
wasn't
then-
full autoing.
Oh, burst action?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, sorry.
semi-auto.
Okay, negative 20 untrained, then positive for the horde size.
Yeah, it should have balanced out.
I mean, it's still
How's
a
it taking
miss.
another negative 20?
I don't know.
I'm an idiot. I think that's why. Okay. Anyway, that shouldn't have been a negative 5. It should have been a 15.
You still would have failed though.
Yeah.
But now you know. Come on, Burn. You've played this game enough. You should know how it works. Says the person who doesn't know how it works.
No, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Next is probably going to jump down next, being the next individual in heavier armor. So he jumps down. He's going to move and kind of stand next to Lucien on the other side of the door itself. And he pulls a shotgun around, and he's basically going to unload a slug or whatever the technical term is.
Shells.
Unfortunately, they're only in short range. That's still an additional plus 10 from scatter there. Where's the character sheet? Here we are. Yes, he does have ammo. That's good. No aim. Short range. Standard. 10 modifier from scatter. Single. Oh, hang on, I've got the whole size. Fuck it, I'll just add a degree if he gets one. Okay, so 3 degrees of success. So that's 2 hits. Because they can't dodge. Because hordes. Hordes here. Okay.
Did we change the scatter to every degree of success or every 2 degrees of success?
Shit, yeah, we changed it to every degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 3 hits.
Let me just see if I
Oh shit.
On the 100, what was his target? 50. Hey, go Sebastian. Okay, so that's 4 magnitude damage on, let's say he was shooting the horde on the left, with it being a closer one. Okay. Who wants to go next?
It's either
Rattles will turn, look at the other two, point to the flamethrower, put his rebreather on, then jump down.
Okay.
So do I land next to Lucien?
If you want, yeah.
That'd be like...
Shall we get the glorious 45
No.
degree arc?
No point. It's gonna hit them both.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
I cannot jump down, shoot, then move, or is that not a thing?
No.
No, because the jumping down is part of the movement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Fuck it.
unfortunately, this isn't the 5.0.
Yeah.
5.0.
I guess I'm-
You can split your movement.
Yeah, okay, I'll just pull the trigger and hit both squads then.
Alright, cool. So roll your d5 plus a quarter of your range to determine how many hits you get. Twice, technically, I suppose, because you're gonna hit them both. Oh god. Actually, we'll just use the 1 because you're firing, it's the same attack. So,
Just apply both damage to both squads.
yeah, basically. So roll your, what's a quarter of your range? Is that 5 as well?
Yep.
Cool, roll me 10 damage. Yeah. Don't forget to just press the damage thing on the, yes, there we go. Good. Ooh, nice. Oh wait, that's not nice. I think that means your flamer jams. Because of the righteous.
No, it's
No,
only on a
no.
9.
A 9.
Remember?
Oh, right.
If I get 13, it jams.
Okay, keep going.
Keep going.
Unlucky 13. God damn. Oh my fucking god.
Where you go?
Is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's
5.
10.
Okay, roll 3d100 for me.
Are they dead?
We'll find out. How'd you confirm? What's your ballistic skill modifier? Okay, 2 of those confirmed, so roll 2d10 for me. Okay, that 9 doesn't count. Okay, so let's have a look. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 12 magnitude damage.
To blow.
To both. Okay. Let me just... Yeah, that's better than last time. Yeah,
Hey, he's not rolling 20s this week.
I know, right? Okay, so... essentially, they break and scatter. Those of you who are already down on the floor just basically see them run off to both sides, screaming, some in pain, some in terror, but just generally lots of screaming. So then the other squad mates, Kadara, and I'm assuming Jin, will follow you down. Further up the corridor itself, you hear the sound of gunfire and violence and gunfire as you assume your allies and other enemies make contact after they've sprung from the lift.
Yeah, I love the smell of burning flesh in the morning.
The entire squad looks at Kadara and says, "Is he the bad guy?"
Do we really know if it's morning?
You are aware of the relative time, and it's probably...
Callister turns to Jin.
Actually, in all fairness, considering the amount of time you've been here and the extra 2.5 hours that you waited, it's basically... it's like evening. It's coming up on night now.
Callister turns to Jin, shrugs, and says, "Who the fuck gives a shit?" And runs forward, if I'm allowed to.
You can absolutely run forward if you want to.
Woo!
I grab him by the back of the shirt and stop him from running out into the hallway like a moron. Let's
You
make
want
sure
to
they
roll
don't have.
for that?
Do you want
I
to
mean,
try to
I can
avoid...
strength test
Do
it.
you want to try to avoid being grappled, Ronan?
I do want to avoid being grappled. Or
If you-
Callister does. Is it a opposed weapon skill or is it a dodge test?
Are you actually trying to avoid being stopped here? Genuine question.
Yeah, he wants to go out into cover over here.
So, where are you going?
Here.
Right, okay.
It's gonna be a quick jaunt.
Yep, let me just quickly check opposed grappling, because that's what this is going to have to be. Just to clarify, I asked him.
You did.
You did.
I specifically asked him if you wanted to do that.
It's gonna be Overwatch.
You
isn't
did.
it?
Oh, it's going to be Overwatch. And if it's what I think it is on either end of those corridors, you're not going to be happy. I'm just hoping it's not a plasma cannon or something like that.
I'm on 4 wounds. I'll be fine. Sean raises his hand.
Okay, weapon skill test, please, Tim.
Is it opposed?
No, you can use your reaction to try to avoid it, so that'll be...
Oh, I have to use a reaction? Oh,
Yep.
God. Yeah,
missed
no,
anyway.
you know what? I made a... Oh. You hit.
Yeah, okay.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm not gonna react. That's...
Okay, so you made me look up that rule for nothing.
Sorry. Sorry.
I missed anyway, so it doesn't matter. He
You
wouldn't.
didn't, you hit.
No, he
No,
missed.
I
Total was
missed.
25, rolled a 37.
Oh,
So
right.
you run out into the hallway.
I did.
Would you please place yourself in the middle of the hallway?
Well, I mean, I was gonna go into the cover, but okay.
Yes, well first let's see if you get there.
Right, so I'll put my 6 meters forward.
Yep. Right
Uh-oh.
into the entrenched position with 2 heavy stubbers on both sides.
Oh, God!
Okay, let's have a look.
Overwatch rules?
Yes.
Does that
Hey.
mean we have to...
Yep, both short. I think she...
It's under 50.
Is that
I mean-
still short range, yeah?
Yeah, their range is 100, so it's under 50.
Yeah, sweet.
Uh-oh.
I've lost.
Yep.
There we are.
Did I get a negative 20 for running?
He's got
no.
you there.
No, because you said it was going to be a quick jaunt. You didn't say you were running.
Shit. I'm gonna get murdered by the words.
Well, I mean, he's essentially saying he's just going to skirt the hallway to get to the other side to take cover as fast as he could by jaunt.
I should have mentioned that I wish to use the tactical advance movement, but I did not state beforehand, so Sean can punish me as he sees fit.
The
It's fine,
Khalid
you
in
make
his
it
voice
across.
right now.
Again?
You make it across.
Oh.
I make it. What?
They missed.
What?
They missed.
How?
They missed. Their ballistic skill is shockingly bad, apparently.
I mean, you see how often I miss with the thing.
Yeah, it's like they can only fire on full auto, and that constitutes a -10 every time. So
No.
everyone is at least aware that they are there. So,
Yeah.
Callister, you step out into the hallway, and you hear the first couple kind of dunk, 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 dunk coming towards you, and you, having heard it come from Lucien's vague direction, and you've seen how it turns people into a kind of fleshy pink mist, you instinctively just dive headlong into the hallway section in front of you.
Yeah.
Is that a doorway on the other side?
Hey guys,
Yes.
I scouted it out. We've got big guns on either side, just as planned.
Okay. Well, I wonder what's in the doorway.
Yeah, sorry. You guys hear coming from the same direction as that. More sounds of heavy stubber fire, but it seems slightly more distant.
Yeah.
Sounds like they got firing positions facing both directions of the corridor.
Don't expose yourselves.
Good advice, everyone. Don't expose yourself unless you're in private and you have consent. I don't know. Moving on. Before that gets even weirder. So what do you do?
Alistair's gonna sit in his cubby hole now, clutching his helmet.
Okay.
Stick the heavy stubber around the corner and fire at one of them.
You'll be suffering blind firing penalties.
It's fine. I'm going for suppressive fire anyway.
That works.
Let's go.
It
the
does
left
mean
one.
that the suppressive fire penalty is -50 to hit, but it is still suppressive fire.
I'm not expecting to actually hit anything. That's why I'm doing it this way.
I'm just saying.
What he's basically doing is he's trying to prompt them to duck into cover, so at least one of them stops firing.
Yay!
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just drag you over there. Ooh. And then
Let's go. Let's do the other side.
Okay.
Just because I'm not to be contrary, but that's where I was looking.
All right.
And then what I'm going to also do is I'm going to motion to the large group of guys behind me
Yep.
and to Nast to do the same thing I'm doing in the opposite direction.
Nast only has a shotgun.
Ronan, fuck you.
What?
I see
They
your
can't-
numbers.
They can't see you through the wall.
All right, you're. Yeah.
No, don't worry. You're still.
All right. Well, Jim? What do you have for a weapon?
Power mace. Power pick.
Alistair has a hell gun.
Yeah, Callister has a ranged weapon.
All right. I'm gonna point at Callister across the hallway
Yeah.
and point in the other direction to have him fire and do the same thing I'm gonna do down that.
He salutes and rushes over and says, "Yes, boss."
So what
Okay.
I want to do then is then motion to the horde and their buddy and tell them to rush the way that I'm going to be firing so that they can overwhelm the position as we're suppressing them. That's the idea, at least.
I like it. Okay, so Tim and Ronan, please can you give me a full auto suppressing fire action?
At -50.
Why is it -50? you're blind
So
firing.
-20 because
Yeah.
no, I'm not blind firing. Tim is,
Okay.
but I'm
Well,
not. So what I'm doing is, sort of poking around, and pulling the trigger.
Okay.
So it's a -20 for no weapon training. It's another -20 because of suppressing fire, and then another -10 because of a lot of.
Okay. So
half
you
action,
just
but
don't need
it's
to bother rolling.
short
You're only
range.
gonna roll like.
If I roll
target
between
like
90,
-15.
if I roll
It's-
between a 96 and 100, I will jam.
It is a short range, so you do get the +10 from that. Not that that's going to make a difference.
So it's still -5.
Would you say -20 for blind fire?
I think it's 30.
-30.
Okay, so -30. Okay, everything's baked in.
Oh, I did. I'm
You
gonna
roll a space
actually.
pointer.
I'm gonna fate point that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll even that.
How?
Shit.
Wow.
Oh shit! 94. I
Doesn't
didn't.
count.
I didn't charm. Thank fuck.
Right, okay. One sec.
I don't know how he succeeded by 2 degrees of success, but you know,
The degrees of success thing is all fucked up, but
yeah,
it's
he only
still
got one.
one.
For some reason, it always adds one.
you
But
still hit somehow.
Stray fire. There's always stray
Oh
rounds.
my
I'm
God.
magically hit.
Oh
roll
my
confirm.
god! Where did he hit?
Just roll.
Nope.
roll- Okay, so you don't confirm. So
He hit him in the head.
yes, he did.
What the? Oh.
14
Right,
pin through
okay.
the head.
Ronan, here's a question for you.
Tell me
mechanically.
he's not wearing a helmet.
Go on.
Can you, if you do actually get hit as a result of suppressing fire, dodge?
Yes, you can. You can still make a reaction to dodge it as
Never
a
mind.
number 4 auto attack.
So you did 14 damage, pen 3 to this
To the
guy.
brain.
He's dead. His head explodes. Tim, can we have a conversation about how often you just one-shot characters? It's happening way too often.
Both situations, I wasn't even trying to hit them.
Yeah. Callister,
Yeah.
in almost polar opposite to what's just happened with Lucien, you, despite the fact that you're actually looking,
Yeah.
and with a gun intended to be operated by one man, not from about a bipod mounted position, you lean around the wall, you bring up your hell gun, and you hold down the trigger, and for a split second, nothing happens.
I forgot to turn it on.
And then you quickly flick it back on, do it again, and the las beams shoot out all around it. The individual on the bottom end doesn't really seem phased, as your shots essentially form a heavy stubber-shaped outline around him on the far wall.
Motherfucker!
As you simultaneously missed, and he passed his pinning test.
Mother...
However, on Tim's instructions, the horde rushes out in the other direction.
Oh no!
Yep.
Oh no!
Yep.
Guys, no, he's still on the...
And the other guy opens fire.
Fuck!
And actually
Help
hits a staggering one time.
Helster's desperately shouting out to them to like...
No, stop, don't go.
Well, it was a calculated risk.
It's fine. Like I said, they only hit once. Yep, so they do a staggering 1 magnitude damage. Okay. These guys very quickly realize what's going on, but they're going to continue running in that direction to see if they can find any kind of...
The sandbags on the
Refuge.
opposite end.
Basically, yes. It's a case of, right, we can either keep going in this direction, away from the bullets, or we can stop, turn around, and go in the direction of the bullets, and then try to hide somewhere. Basically, they've turned on their fight or flight brain, and they're currently thinking, yeah, it's definitely a flight situation. Right, does anybody else want to do anything before we get onto the next section?
Let's see.
I don't think you're in any kind of charging range, and if you do go out there, they will have a chance to shoot at you. Yeah.
I know. I just want to try to get over here to open this damn door.
The door next to Callister.
Yes.
Same thing, if you run out there, they will have a chance to shoot at you.
Why?
Okay, then I'll just wait.
Why would that be a good idea?
Is that directed at me or Jin?
Jin.
It was something that went and left my brain without thinking.
Okay. Anybody else, or shall we move on to what's happening next?
I am just going to point out for everyone's benefit, not just to be an asshole, that we are on the security level, which means any room we go into is probably going to be worse than what we're facing in the hallway.
Noted.
Okay, just wanted to get that out there.
Didn't
That is a
realize what
very
floor
valid
we were
point.
on.
Okay,
I mean, we'll eventually get to the point where we'll be going in rooms, but
right now let's deal with corridors. Oh god, now I need to see. Adam, did you directly message me the rules about horde on horde combat, or was that in the group chat?
I believe I
was
put it in the
Discord.
group chat.
Can you remember which one? Hang on, I'll have a quick look. That's a conversation about who's the scariest psyker.
Magnus.
It's in general.
General, thank you. Are you just going to copy it? Right, okay. I'll come back to that. So, down here, let's have these guys. They will essentially continue running towards the sandbags, and the other guy, the guy in his defensible position, is going to take a shot at them. How far away are they? Oh, I don't think they actually even run that far. Because
I mean, isn't that guy firing in the opposite direction already anyway?
which guy? Oh no, I don't mean the guy on the far left. I mean the guy on the right side. The one that Callister shot at and missed.
Oh, okay.
What's their agility? Oh, their run speed. Their run is 18. That's terrible. Oh no, yeah, actually they can make it. They can essentially make it behind there. So they are behind the cover of the sandbag and just kind of seeing what happens. In the meanwhile, while they're running down, the guy on the heavy stubber is just going to continue firing in their vague direction.
Do I get a chance to try to suppress him?
You can try to do that simultaneously while he does score a couple of hits. So if you want to, if you want to turn around and suppressing fire in retort.
I'm actually going to look. I don't know why I hit the wrong button.
That's fine. Are you actually looking out in the corner?
Yeah. Since he's shooting at them, I figure I can shoot at him while he's preoccupied.
Yeah, that makes sense. Go for it.
Not this time, but it's a jam.
Not this
So.
time, but he still has to make another test to see if he resists pinning. Which he does not. So he immediately, essentially, drops to the ground as the heavy stubber shells just kind of ricochet all around him, or like impact the wall behind him. The killing field is currently no longer a killing field.
I tell Jin and Callister to go. Well, and Naz too, to go if they can, if they want to. But and I'm gonna keep that up though.
Okay.
Okay, do you guys want to rush the parapet?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So, even though we're doing this very narratively, so even though it's outside of the usual charge range, the three of you, Jin and Callister and Nast, you all essentially rush the place. Callister will stop just shy. Not Callister, sorry. Nast will stop just shy of the sandbag. Essentially, slide into place and bring his shotgun up. And he's going to try to take a quick shot before you guys get close.
I'm gonna leap that fucking barricade like a feral dog, foaming at the mouth. I need the frenzy talent.
He would miss that, I think.
Oof.
Yeah, because it's just outside of point blank range. He misses by like 10. Right. Do you guys want to roll your attacks and we'll see who kills him first?
Okay. Do we gain up?
Yes, you will in this.
Plus 10?
8
For
degree.
ganging up, yeah. If only
He
had
wins.
back, Ronan. Well, no, here's the thing. This guy's wearing armor, so Ronan might not actually be able to hurt him.
It's funny. Yeah,
It's true.
it is true.
Right. Go ahead. Make your damage.
Fingers crossed. Oh!
14
roll
damage.
confirm. Just roll D100 and hope for less than a 50. Or 80, sorry. Yeah, okay. Confirm. Okay, so you do Icon maths. I believe that's 24.
22.
22.
Yes, 20.
Yes, that is the right number. It was a test, and you passed.
Yeah.
Well done. Shut up. Yeah, he's dead. You basically, with him, he's essentially he's on his knees, and he's kind of like half kind of holding onto the heavy stubber still, just while he's like crouched down, waiting for the fire to stop so he can stand up again. And he's left himself completely open. So what you do is, as you like vault over the sandbags, you like kick out his knees from underneath him, and you just fucking curb stomp him.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Nast had like let loose a shotgun shot, and it just went wide. And Jin is still just trying to figure out which terrifying melee weapon to use. He's just like,
Yep.
oh, okay, you can have that one.
Right. Who the fuck's next?
You'd realize that there's a guy stood directly next to you, facing in what I can only describe as, well, it's the wrong direction. Firing his heavy stubber down the hallway. He has noticed that you're there.
I'm gonna rip out your fucking throat!
He is fumbling to pull out a weapon of some sort. Anybody who wants to take an action, make an agility test for me.
Yes!
Okay. Is anyone else going to try to do anything?
Yeah, 1 second.
Cool.
Flat.
Just flat.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so Evan goes first.
Oh, I wanted to try the stun action on him. Damn it.
So, Evan, what do you want to do? This guy is like fumbling to grab some kind of weapon from his belt.
I charge him with my power mace.
Go for it.
Oh shit.
Would you like to fate point that?
Yes.
Yes, that's a good idea. You have the worst rolls when it comes to close combat. Like, you roll 90 plus so often.
I'm taking all the good rolls.
I'm fairly sure you've broken...
There we go.
Twice. Yes, okay.
There we
so
go.
You hit him... You swift attacking?
Yes, swift attack with charge. No aim.
If you target a 70... You only hit the once. You need a 50 to hit twice on a target of 70.
Okay.
He can't dodge, so make a check. Or roll damage. For God's sake, he's dead.
Jesus.
Do you wanna do this one?
Let's see. As Callister is curb stomping the other guy sees him. I notice him out of the corner of my eye. I bring my power mace up and do an uppercut swing. Where do I hit him in the part of the body?
Body.
Yeah, I pretty much just bring it up into his solar plexus, and yeah, his whole chest caves in upon itself, and he just collapses.
Very nice. Okay. You can still hear a combat down the other end of the hallway. You can see that your allies are still engaged in combat with another squad of troops down this end. And from your position, you can see 2 guards who are currently there. Right, back at the elevator. Lucien, what's up?
I take a look down the other end of the hallway to see how they're doing.
They seem to have like pulled themselves back to their feet. You can't hear any kind of commotion.
So they took out the other guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Over the table, yes.
Alright. Alright, well, I'm going to head towards Callister's group.
Okay. I'll let you get there. Rallis. Rallis? Adam?
Just thinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll just go join the group itself.
Okay.
Move down.
The rest of the group has kind of split. The rest of the squad and Kadara have splintered off onto the other side. The surprise of the attack and the surprise of the attack and the removal of their heavy weapon support shatters the morale of the squad down the other end of the hallway, and the ones that are left scatter and run from the remaining squad that kind of like look in your direction and give you a communal thumbs up in unison. It's not creepy at all. The two guards are kind of seeing what's going on and kind of back into the hallway or into the doorway. You gonna do anything?
What are you going to do about it? Hello?
Callister, fetch.
Do you actually say that?
Kind of want to, yeah.
The-
Just point down to the two guards who just saw go in the corner. And
Go get 'em.
off you go,
Go
Callister.
Callister will scream a blood-curdling howl as he just charges forward. I don't have the charge range for them. I don't know if
We're doing this very narratively. Just go for it.
leaps towards that one.
Yep. As you kind of round the corner, the pair of them will make a very sort of hurried snapshot in your general direction.
Absolutely fine.
Both of them jam.
No! No!
That is too funny.
I am so lucky.
In order, my rolls in the last kind of minute have been a 94, a 98, and a 94.
I can't combine a stun action with a.
No, a stun action, I believe, is a full action.
Yeah, I need a take. I need take time. That's what I
Yeah.
need.
So make your attack.
Will do.
Jesus Christ.
Charge. You know bonuses? No, just be a charge.
Yep.
7 degrees. Jesus.
Okay. He
6.
doesn't judge. Roll
Doesn't
damage.
charge.
He
What's
doesn't
that?
judge.
I rolled a. Oh, yeah. I can't get any
Okay.
higher damage than that.
11.
Punch him right in the fucking head or wherever I hit him. I don't know.
Okay.
13, 31. That's the body.
He takes a nasty blow, but he's still up. Anyone gonna join him?
Yeah, I will.
Go for it.
I go and I see that guy.
Yep, you won't get a gang up bonus because Callister is attacking the other target.
Is the heavy stubbers mounted?
Yes.
Are they on movable mounts?
It's not like they're bolted to the floor, they're on like a tripod.
Do I get bonuses to firing them because they're mounted?
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to use them anyway, so I don't deplete my own ammo. To give the guys at the other end of the hallway some assist.
There we go.
Never mind. They already took care of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
We both rolled like 7 degrees. Jesus, we were like one away from one another. Ah!
Ooh.
You want to modify that?
Well, how many times did I hit him? That's the question. I used swift attack with
You would have
charge.
hit them 70, 50.
4. 4 times? Right?
6 degrees is
Three.
6. So hit 1, 3, 5, 7.
No,
No,
0,
5.
2,
So 4.
4, 6. 0, 2, 4, 6. So it's 4.
Sweet beans. So, yeah. 3 more times. Yeah, he dead.
That's if he doesn't dodge.
70, 50, 30, 10. He didn't hit 10, he rolled a 14, so it's only 3.
36,
Still dead.
34, 54. Oh, no. So that last one didn't hit. So it's 10, 16, 8.
But does he dodge? He dodges one of them, but the next 2 blows would still knock him down. So he's still dead.
Okay.
Okay. The guy next to you, Callister, is going to try to pull out his knife and shiv you.
Come on. Do it.
He actually
In
succeeds.
armor, that should be funny.
I know, right?
Says the guy whose friend is going around punching people in body armor.
I know, right? And killing them.
While I say friend, I know I'm making a lot of assumptions.
He hit you. Do you want to try to dodge or parry?
I wish to. I think my dodge is better than my parry. Hold on. No, my parry's better than my parry's way better than my dodge. There you go.
Okay, you parry.
Can I hit back?
Do you have counterattack?
I don't, but can I
No.
hit back? Damn it.
Not yet.
Damn it.
Lucien or Rallis, are you gonna do anything?
Did you say
I've
that?
got no line of fire, and my melee skill is worse than Callister's
Fair enough.
ballistic skill. So
Rallis, you can always set them on fire.
I could, but the tendency's not there right now.
How do you make Callister scary, or even more scary? Set him on fire.
Temporarily make him more scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Nast will make his way down the hallway and point his shotgun in the general direction of the guy currently engaged with Callister, in a very kind of threatening stance. He doesn't really expect to have to help, and he really doesn't expect that this guy is going to survive, but he's just there, just in case, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Right, Callister, make another attack.
All out attack.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Hit. No. All out attacks are half action.
Yes, no, all attacks are full action.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm still gonna faint, just in case.
Yeah, go for it.
Ah. Nope.
You both fail. Roll again. Both fail. Roll again. Jesus.
Amazing. Oh my God, Ruben, come on.
Roll again.
I automatically
Okay,
failed.
no more attempts. You roll a critical fail.
Yeah,
If
I
it
did.
doesn't work.
That's fine. Hit. No. I don't want to hit him with my fucking gun. Jesus. No aim. All out. Modifier 0. No! Gonna make it pass by 1 degree. With a fate
Okay.
point.
That's absolutely
There
fine.
goes my second fate point. I'm out of fate points. Yeah.
Okay, this guy's gonna try to dodge.
Uh-oh.
He does. Jesus Christ.
Any killing
I mean,
strike.
seriously. This was a 63, 47, 92, 45, and then on dodge you rolled a 25. Okay, cool. Jin, do you want to swoop in and deal with
Steal
this
my kill.
But of course,
guy? You get a ganging up bonus now as well.
Frick.
that's 10, right?
Yep. It's okay, Caster. You can always throw a grenade at him.
I will. I'm gonna get a grenade one day. I'm gonna murder him.
These guys have grenades.
At least he doesn't get to charge.
True.
What was that?
Nothing.
Carry
You
on.
didn't hear it.
From that position, it's charge, correct?
You technically need to be able to move 4 meters, so no.
Okay.
It would just be a normal attack.
Yep.
Can't aim either.
Motherfucker!
Yeah, Jesus. You were swift attacking, right? Jin?
Yes, I used to
3 hits.
attack.
He's already dodged, can't resist. Yeah, he's dead. Still dead. He's extra dead. Basically, what just happened is you step in, and while he's, trying to fend off Callister, butting him aside with the half of his gun while trying to shiv him with his knife, you just kind of step in and just repeatedly overhead swing into him with your power mace. It gets to the point where his arm is kind of distended and separated from the rest of him, and his torso is kind of split. You know when you bend a twig and it just gets to a point where it doesn't bend anymore and it just kind of snaps and one part bends away, but there's still that one part which is still stood quite straight. That's what just happened to him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Don't give it.
You are stood next to another door. Bum, bum, bum. What are you guys gonna do?
Is there any signs above these doors as we've been passing them?
No one said they've been looking.
Can I look at this one that we've just cleaned?
Okay. Yes. It says detention.
Take a jog back and look at the previous one.
No label.
Move up to the next one.
Service or bay.
kind of lean back and I'm like, guys, open this one.
Which one?
The servitor bay. Get some more bodies.
Oh, you're talking to the horde, like the squad, which is nearby.
Yeah, I can get the horde to do it.
Okay. Are you gonna like wait nearby?
Yeah, I'll pop the door open just to get them to get ready to shoot through if anything's there.
So you're opening the door and they're just gonna get like charging.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they like wait in the hallway behind you as you kind of program the door to open up. You key it in, and you see the door open beside you, revealing the servitor bay and the squad of guards inside, which all simultaneously shoot at you.
Yay.
Yep. So let's have a look. First guy, he hits. Would you like to attempt to dodge?
Yes.
Go for it. You get a fate point?
I will reroll that.
Okay. Okay, so he still hits you once. Okay, does that actually hurt you?
Yes.
Okay. Have you deducted said wounds?
Doing it now, just lost it. Sword.
Cool. The next guy is going to shoot at you. He hits once. I'm assuming you only have the one reaction.
Correct.
Okay. Does that actually hurt you?
Yep.
Okay, let me know when you're done.
Sword.
Okay, the remaining three guys are going to shoot at the squad of soldiers behind you. The sergeant actually misses, which is impressive. Well, actually, does he? What's his ballistic skill? His skill is... no, yeah, he still misses. And then a soldier there misses. And oh, that guy actually landed a couple of good hits. Let me have a look at the damage, see if he actually does enough. Wow. Actually manages to kill one guy. And then the horde will essentially descend on them. Arms and limbs swinging back and forth and bludgeoning, and it's all rather unpleasant. And we'll come back to that in a moment. Is there anyone else doing anything? Anyone want to respond to the sound of violence taking place?
If Callister hears violence, he's gonna run towards
Well, there is definitely the sound of violence.
it. Callister runs towards it. How far can I get?
Let's just say you can get next to Rallis and you can get in the actual fight on the next kind of... Let's call it a round, even though I'm doing this very narratively. Anyone else doing anything?
I'm going to
I'll
overwatch
join
this door right here just to make sure nobody comes out of it to cause us trouble.
Okay. And did you take one of those heavy stubbers with you?
I'm still using mine now. I
Oh, right, okay.
will steal any available ammo that's easy to take with me, though.
We can deal with that when we're not in a more combat footing. Okay. Nast is going to stay with you, so you're not by yourself. Okay. The horde is going to attack this group of individuals. Okay. That's one hit in. Okay. One of them is knocked to the ground, bloody and beaten from just repeated like weapon stock impacts. Right, Rallis, you're up. Anything you want to do? You could just set the room on fire.
I could, but again, the tendencies aren't there. You gotta have that. It's gotta be those certain situations, and this isn't one of them.
Okay.
You know, for maximum effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Have you got anything else you want to do, or are you just going to kind of wait to assess the situation?
Just gonna move around the corner, like outside of the fight.
Oh, okay, so I'll just move you like to there.
Just there. That'll do.
Okay.
Just
you
not
kind of,
just
like,
not out
step
the
around
way.
Yeah, you step around the corner just as you see Callister and Jin approaching. Callister in his new heavy armor, looking like quite an imposing figure, with the weapon he can't use in hand. Or strapped to his back.
Got him back.
And Jin, the actually imposing figure, stepping, keeping pace with him, power mace in hand, blood and viscera still dripping from it, some bubbling and fizzing off.
Can
Callister,
I just plug in like an after you action?
just like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Callister, I'm assuming you're going to charge the enemies?
I heard asses needed kicked. Yes.
Go
Meow.
ahead. Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah. I'll just move. You're in range to charge. I'll just move you up, Jin, as well. Make
Yay.
your attack.
Yep.
I will give you
Lame.
a plus 20 ganging up. Because of
Oh
the
my god. Well, 5 degrees of success there.
Okay, let me see if they dodge. They do. Jin.
3 degrees, so technically 2.
Yep. So you get 2 hits.
Do they dodge?
Oh, that's a good point. They do not.
And
They're
yeah.
dead. They're quite dead. Were you hitting the top one or the bottom one?
Top one, since that's the one I saw.
Fair enough. Okay. And then the enemies are going to try to disengage as a full action, isn't it?
Believe so.
They're going to try to stab some prisoners. That's a hit. Let's see if they do enough damage. I believe they do. That is not the horde that had the improved armor, so yeah, they actually one of your fellow prisoners gets shanked, essentially. The guy at the top fluffs it, and the sergeant fluffs it as well. I'm assuming Lucien's just going to continue doing nothing.
Overwatch on the door. Just
Yeah,
so we...
I'm just going to take it as a standing order that if the door opens, you're probably going to fire on what's on the other side.
Yes.
Don't worry. Okay, the horde's going to attack. They fluff it. I don't know why I rolled twice. Callister,
Ooh.
do you want to feint?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. God damn it, my character. Okay. Right. There we go. Fuck me! God!
Okay, and they've rolled terribly, so I'm going to say we're not going to roll again, but you don't get the feint bonus.
Fuck.
Although that's kind of in their favour. Roll again.
Who got more degrees of failure?
Then.
Ah!
Right, okay, the feint works.
Woo!
Okay, you hit once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do some damage.
I do.
It's...
I need swift attack.
Have you considered using a weapon? I'm not saying that now that you're fighting people who actually wear armor, that using your bare hands is not an effective combat technique. But let me just give you a counterpoint. Jin actually kills people without needing Righteous Furies.
I know.
And he still gets more than you.
Ah! Whatever.
And he's got Swift Attack.
Whatever. I made a decision.
You made a decision. I'm not saying it was a good one.
No. It wasn't.
Okay, Jin, you have a guy left next to you. Don't forget your plus 20 ganging up bonus from the horde.
Okay.
I think I might turn my light on. It's a bit gloomy in here.
It's less gloomy in here. But it is still gloomy. I might turn on my light as well.
2.
At the Let's see if he dodges. He does not. Roll damage. He's dead.
Very dead.
Jesus Christ, your damage is good. 1d10
Oh,
plus-
I'm so yellow now. Look at
It's fine. We know it's not your kidneys.
that.
Now it's your liver.
Ooh.
Okay, that guy's dead. And the surviving guards. He's going to try to hit the horde. He does. That is. Yeah. No, I'm just doing well. That's another medkit damage. Okay, they're fine. And then the sergeant. He actually scores a couple of hits as well. Where is the sergeant? There he is. And he's got a scarier knife. Just does another one. Okay. Caster and Jin, there are 2 guys left.
Sweet.
I don't think he's in charge range for you, Caster. If you, sorry, Jin. Yeah, sorry, just outside charge range.
Time to try and use my hands again.
I mean, is that a feint?
It is.
Okay. You win. The feint goes off.
Hilarious. I'm gonna all-out attack this.
Go for it. So it's what, plus 50 total? Oh, very nice. Roll damage.
13.
Okay.
If that gets him to crit, by the way, I do have crippling strike. Or, no, street fighting, which adds +2.
No, he's still up, unfortunately.
Oof.
Hang on, so that's 2. Okay. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Jin, I'm assuming you're going after the sergeant.
Yes.
Go for it.
Ooh. No luck this time.
Fair enough. The horde is going to try to pile in on the guy Callister is fighting.
Oh, boy.
They actually hit.
Does he dodge, though? Oh, he can't dodge a horde.
You okay there, everyone?
Yes. Absolutely fine.
Okay. Right, hang on. Yeah, this guy just basically, again, under sheer weight of rifle butts and boots, just falls to the ground a bloody, beaten, and broken mess. Jin, do you want to make the last swing against the sergeant?
Yeah.
Go for it.
There we go.
Okay. He doesn't dodge. Roll damage.
Once, correct?
Yeah, just the once.
Yeah.
10-4. Reduce that by... How many points has this guy got? He's still up.
For now.
For now, indeed. I think it puts him on. Yeah, that. Okay. Just want to go. Actually, no, it's his attack, and he's going to go for you. I think that actually hits. It does. Would you like to attempt to parry or dodge?
Who?
Anything. You. He's hitting you.
I guess I'll parry.
Go for it.
Straight parry.
Yeah. Your parry is
Jesus.
successful. However,
And
when yeah, we'll get to your counterattack. when the head of your mace impacts on the blade, sparks fly off as the power fields essentially compete with each other to try and disintegrate the other one. Counter attack is a straight attack at -20.
Great attack. Okay. Just straight damage or hit?
You've got to actually hit first, so roll to attack at -20.
Nope.
Right, just want to try to finish this guy off.
I do.
Go for it.
Run.
Yeah, you get charge bonus. And can I go?
No aim. Charge bonus. Gang up of 20. Because of the
Yep.
horde.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Nice. Roll is already. He's not tried to react yet, so let me just. You hit.
No. Sweet. I replaced the 7 I rolled with the 9 to bring that to a 13.
Bring that to a 13.
I did hit him in the. No, I hit him in the body.
Unfortunately, he's still up.
uh,
I know.
Go on, Jin. Finish him off.
No, the horde's gonna go for him.
Oh, okay.
Go on, Jin. Finish him off.
Mhm.
I rolled a 94. Again. Cycles. It's like all 20s last week. It's all 90s this week. It's fine.
And that's plus 20s
Gang up.
max, correct?
Plus 20 ganging up, yeah. You can aim.
You can
That's
feint.
probably already. Yeah, I suppose feint's a half action as well.
It is. But he has used his reaction.
There we go.
Roll damage, you can't react.
You only hit the once because it's a 70.
Yeah,
And you
he's
rolled a
dead
54.
either way.
Yes.
Cool. Blood and gore against the floor behind him. Oddly enough, the spire technician in this room is just kind of stood there just going, me give up.
Me give up.
Yeah, the horde, for the sake of keeping my life a little bit sane, moves back out into the hallway to keep watch. And the ones of them that are still left give Rallis the room's all clear thumbs up.
Thumbs up back, I walk in and have a look around, see what we've got to play with.
Okay. It seems like every servitor in here is currently still in their stasis tubes.
Oh, hi, look, Relish. You can use these things. What? What's with
Ignore that, it's awkward me typing when doing the push to talk and stuff, it keeps putting it in the text box.
Okay.
So you see us typing randomly to me, usually deleting G's.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Well, I'm going to try and get 4 of them pulled out of the stasis, if I can.
Okay.
Because 4 seem to be...
give me a flat securities check to see if you can get through the terminal. Do you get
Nope.
a fate point, Matt? Or...
No.
Tell you what, because that technician is there and he's given up, I'm going to give you a free reroll just by him saying, no, you need to... No, it's the other one. It's that one. I tried. I really tried.
Oh.
You did.
My
Hang on. This
God.
guy told me worse information. Can I just pull out a gun and shoot him? Just point blank in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
Do you just pull a gun and shoot him in the face?
Yeah, just a stub pistol in the face. for giving us worse
okay.
information.
You pull out this pistol, you put it in his face, you pull the trigger, and anyone who is watching just sees the back of his brain empty his skull and just splatter the terminal in front of him. Just remind me, guys, what was it we said about how we treat prisoners?
Yeah.
I never said that.
Technically, I suppose.
No,
I
he's
wanna-
the one that
I wanna
I've
use
been
them as body
arguing with the
bags.
whole time, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If they're not
Okay.
good, to help, well, they're not good to be used anyway.
Fair enough. Okay.
It's not his
Well-
fault you pushed the wrong buttons. I'm just going to say that much.
The second time it is.
Okay. Since we've just encountered a new moral low point for the character of Rallus, that's what we're going to call it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, and the fact that I feel like we're almost there. We're almost out of the prison bit. We're almost. You know how you always get stuck in that one level on a video game, and you've got like the arbitrary prison level where you have all of your kit taken off you. It's like that's what we're doing right now, but we're doing it right at the start just to get it out of the way for you and me. Either way, thank you for watching. If you liked it, give us a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all of that. Search engine optimization. Look, I even got mentioned. Look, Ronan, he has a face now.
Other way, Sean. Other way.
He's got a face now. He's there on my screen. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.